Welcome to GNT, your one-stop shop for gaming news and whatever else we want to talk about. I'm Nick.
And I'm Brandon.
Okay, today we're going to start with the Super Nintendo Classic Edition that will be coming out later this year. It's going to be released on September 29th. It'll be $80. It'll have 21 titles, including Star Fox 2, F-Zero, A Link to the Past, and Yoshi's Island. And it'll come with 2 wired controllers. I'm excited about this. I think I'm going to try to get it pre-ordered so I can actually get one.
You know what I'd be excited for?
What?
A Nintendo console that didn't suck.
That too.
No, they need to be... now we've said this before, it's the content, not necessarily the graphics, but you need to come, you had the gimmick with the Wii. You tried cashing in on again with the Wii U. I just don't want to see Nintendo go away like Sega did.
Right.
I want it to be not a Sony versus Microsoft. I want it to be Sony versus Microsoft versus Nintendo. I want that. The games are on a different level, but it doesn't appeal to all gamers, which I get kind of that's what they're going for, but I think at the end of the day, they piss around. And can't you get these on the Switch? Can't you get old classic titles on the Switch?
I know you can. I don't know if all of these are available or what. But
see, that's kind of the problem.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think they waste resources into making micro consoles that have emulators in them, and let's concentrate on making a decent console with some power.
That's true. Microsoft just announced this year that they're going to have Xbox original games on the Xbox One.
Yeah, so. It just, I don't get it. It just, I don't know. It's just kind of disappointing. But
yeah. So that'll be September 29th if you're interested. They said they're going to have more than what they did last year. I don't know how much more they'll have. If you want one, you're probably going to want to pre-order it. Then we have Assassin's Creed Rebellion is a game coming to mobile devices. We don't know when. They said soon. I'm not sure what that means. It's going to be a free-to-play strategy game with role-playing elements. I'm not sure what it's going to be like. I haven't seen any gameplay or anything. But I'm excited. I've been liking these mobile games that are coming out. I'm still playing Super Mario Run. I'm finishing it up, getting all the coins and stuff on every level. So, I'm happy to see more games coming to mobile devices.
Yeah, Fire Emblem Warriors was good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hitman Go was good.
Yeah.
Deus Ex Go was good. So it'll be neat to see what they do with Assassin's Creed. I just hope they don't tie it directly into the new game. I hope they kind of keep that separate. Don't taint the new game with a mobile game, but we'll see.
I agree. And then there's a fan project that's been in the works called Installation 1. It's a community-driven multiplayer game that's based on Halo 2 and 3. So I think they're taking a lot from the Halo 2 and 3 multiplayer and making... I don't know if it's supposed to be in the Halo universe or if it's a separate thing, but... they recently reached out to 343 Industries just to see if they were going to get into any trouble making this game. And 343 has legally backed it. They said, go ahead and make this game. I just thought that was kind of a cool thing for them to do. It seems like a lot. We see a fan project that gets shut down by developers just because. I don't even know why.
Well, yeah, and there was a mod for Grand Theft Auto 5 where people could simulate jobs and do them, and that got shut down, but then it got kind of lifted after people bombed the shit out of it on Steam reviews, and then they were able to have that do an update, and then I guess it's back online now, which
cool.
That I think it sounds like a really cool mod, and it almost has me tempted to try it out on the PC just to try that.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. We've the DLC that was being worked on for Mass Effect Andromeda Well, basically what happened was there was this, supposedly, this hasn't been confirmed yet, this company, Sinclair Networks, was supposedly hired to polish up Andromeda after it was released and create DLC for the game. And they said on their Facebook page that they've been told to cancel the DLC. So supposedly the Mass Effect DLC isn't coming. Now that hasn't been confirmed by them yet, but it's not looking good for that. If you're a fan of the game, which...
Well, it's unfortunate because I think there probably are people that are fans of the game, but it's still...
Yeah, I'm sure.
Not... It probably deserves polished. It probably was a rushed product.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, at the end of the day, I kind of had a little bit of hype behind it, but after 3 left such bad taste in my mouth, I was real hesitant to try Andromeda.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I didn't, because I'd have probably been pissed.
Yeah.
So, it's one of those things, once again, with such a saturated market, if you don't bring your A game, no pun intended, you're going to lose your ass.
Oh, yeah.
And I think this is a case where, EA might have stepped back and said, hey, wait a minute, we haven't pushed enough units to justify you paying that Sinclair network to put out DLC for it. So it's kind of like, they kind of shot themselves in the foot because they just didn't give it that little bit extra time to be fully baked before they pulled it out of the oven and tried to serve it.
Yeah, if they would have polished it and had this DLC ready at launch, it might be a different story. I don't know, but Player Unknown's Battlegrounds executive producer Chang Han Kim was talking about crossplay between Xbox One and PC. Basically, she said that they want to do it and they don't anticipate any technical issues, but the issue is when you have people on Xbox playing people on PC, generally there's an advantage with mouse and keyboard with accuracy and speed and that stuff. So she said that would be the issue more than the technical side of it, but
apparently they haven't played against me.
Yeah.
Just kidding. No, that would definitely be frustrating because, yeah, there is an advantage there, and it's probably to the point where you couldn't balance it. There's nothing that you could change in the equation to make it fair. So in this instance, as long as they bring the 100-player servers to the Xbox, I still think they'll be fine. I still think the game will be a humongous hit.
Yeah,
will it kind of suck that you can't play with PC players? Yeah, but it's not going to be a deal breaker. I think it's still going to be really popular and do really well.
I do too. Then we had some new trailers, one of them being the Jumanji trailer. And I was going to play it if you hadn't seen it, but you'd already seen it. Unfortunately. What a pile of crap that turned out to be. I guess I just don't understand, like, where they're going digging and clean out the basement. And like you said, I thought they were going to bring out the board game, start playing. I thought, okay, I was there. Then they bring out this video game. They get pulling the video game, and I was gone. I'm like, nope, I'm not.
Yeah, like, I could have subscribed to it if they would have been sucked into the game, and then they would have been those people. That's fine. They could have had it flip the script, and okay, so they choose their character piece, and so that one guy, he picks the rock looking guy, and the other guy picks the Kevin Hart looking guy, and then the girls fight over the one girl character, and the redhead gets the girl character, and then that blonde's stuck with the last character, which is the professor.
Yeah.
That would have been a hit.
Yeah.
That would have been. And then I didn't really like the dirt bikes thing.
No, I didn't.
I don't know what kind of spin they're trying to put on it, but it's not Jumanji.
No.
It's not. Robin Williams I don't think he'd approve of that at all. It just doesn't do it justice. It's just another shameful rehash and not even tasteful at all.
Oh, absolutely not. Because the Jumanji, it's like there are these animals, and it's like I don't know if the Jumanji land is like in the past and like this jungle area, but then like you said, they have the dirt bikes come flying. I'm like, what were they thinking?
Yeah, have you ever seen the movie? Begins with a Z.
I know what you're talking about.
But once again, kind of almost like a ripoff of Jumanji, but it works so well.
Yeah.
Just because it's based off the board game, and they're flying through outer space, and they gotta keep playing, and the sister gets frozen, and blatant ripoff of, maybe not ripoff, but really similar to Jumanji, be yet really good. I really like that movie.
I did too.
And I like the Jumanji, but this, I just...
Was it Zathura? Was that what it's called?
Zathura, yes, Zathura, that's it. But, it's just one of those things where people get paid to say, this is going to work. And I don't get it. I don't think it's going to work.
I don't understand.
Baywatch bombed, and unfortunately for The Rock, I think Jumanji's going to bomb.
I do too. And I pulled some comments from the trailer video. Dylan G says, so we went from a dark, mostly serious tale about how an ancient board game ruined the lives of so many people in a little town to a tween movie that shows one of its main characters getting mauled by a hippo in the trailer, and it's supposed to be funny. Yeah, pretty much. Worst critic ever said, Jumanji's now a video game. This makes no effing sense already. Ew said, can't wait for Jack Black to act like a white privileged girl. That was the one part of the movie that I thought did look kind of funny.
But I don't think they, from what I saw, if they really commit to it, I think that has some opportunity to be funny. But and I would have thought that they would have tried to showcase some of those in the trailer. But from the lines that were portrayed in the trailer, I don't.
No. Zaya Raid said, this movie looks like it could be fun. Of course, it'll never be the classic that the original is. I mean, I have to disagree. I don't even think it looks that fun. But Grant, this is Baywatch all over again. Yep. Reese Queerty said, your childhood was destroyed when you got older. Get over it. I disagree with her, too. I mean, there have been remakes of movies that have done well and that I like. So it's not just that. Gersten, just rename the movie and this can be a good film, but it's not a Jumanji film. I don't know. If it was a separate movie, maybe.
Right. I mean, we go back to Zathura.
Mm-hmm.
If they had done it under a different title on the same premise, it might have been a better idea. But because they took it to that Jumanji, you kind of have this already preset thing in your mind, and beyond that, okay, so let's throw the whole Jumanji thing out of the way. If you were just watching this trailer and didn't know the name of the movie, it wasn't coherent enough to make. Okay, they get sucked into a video game. That much was coherent. But beyond that, there wasn't anything that made you laugh or there really wasn't anything that was really redeeming about it. Just in a movie trailer, it just looked kind of chaotic, and beyond them getting sucked in the video game, and then them having a line about, we have special powers, or this is a video game, so we have special powers or something. They had no real, they did nothing to really portray that or make that really, apparent in there. So it's kind of,
Yep. So that trailer happened. Speaking of good movies, you saw Transformers last weekend.
Yeah, and you didn't. So
I didn't.
You dodged a bullet. It's a Michael Bay film, so there's a shit ton of action. The problem is you couldn't get pumped up for any of it. It just was not even, it just was like, more action. There was just nothing for you to rally behind. It's the same old formula that didn't work in the first 4 of them. Was there 4 before this?
Yeah. I think so.
Was there 3 with...
3 with Shia
LaBeouf and 1 with Mark Wahlberg. Okay, yeah. It didn't work in the first 4. It certainly didn't work in the 5th. Bumblebee is marketable. Yes. Should he be the one that kicks so much ass and takes names that he makes Optimus Prime look like a pussy? No. And every movie, that's what they do. Every movie, Prime almost dies or gets his shit handed to him, and then Bumblebee looks like a rock star. I mean, even in the first one when he got his leg blown off, let's tow him behind a tow truck and he'll kill 7 aliens.
People, yeah.
It's just, it's. I get it. Like I said, Bumblebee's marketable. But for the people, for your old school fans that want to rally behind it, you've ruined Optimus Prime. He's such a just disappointment in all those movies, and he has so much potential. It's like, oh, I gotta get my butt kicked before I can. And I guess that's kind of your stereotypical action movie where the your main protagonist of the movie gets beat down or gets to a sunken spot and then they rise from it. But it's like have some of the other Transformers get into trouble and then have Optimus help them out. Not have Optimus get into trouble every single time and look like a wimp, and then have Bumblebee come in and look like a rock star. I mean, it just doesn't make sense, Yeah,
the people who had never watched anything like Transformers before this, I mean, you probably ask them, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, Bumblebee's the toughest one."
Yeah, Bumblebee's the leader.
yeah.
I mean, and let's go one step further. Then they go back, and in this whole history thing that they're showing that Transformers were here long ago and stuff. Bumblebee was around during World War II, and it shows him kicking butt and taking names. Where was Optimus at? Oh, that's right. He wasn't on the Earth at that point. He didn't come to Earth till after that. But still, it's just like, so Bumblebee's been on Earth. He took out Hitler, Not really, but I mean, it's just like, come on.
Yeah.
At what point do you quit hyping up Bumblebee and make all the other Transformers worth a damn? Just crazy. I mean, just crazy, what they do. But, they get paid millions of dollars to do it, so I guess they're doing something right and we're talking something wrong here.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they're making money, they'll probably, unfortunately, keep pumping them out.
Well, it was supposed to be the last night, and it was supposed to be, the final one, but they sure left it on a cliffhanger in anticipation of another one. If it was from somebody else from Michael Bay, then okay, potential there, but chances are he's going to pump out another one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like I said, as long as the studio's making money, they'll probably say, "Go ahead, Michael, keep making them."
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Then we saw The Mummy, which we both saw, and I really liked it. I mean, I went into it. I wasn't expecting a ton. I mean, I thought it'd be good, but I really liked it, especially how it ended and kind of started the Dark Universe.
Yeah, as far as it being like the start of the Dark Universe, it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like super deluxe home run.
No.
But it was good. I mean, it was good. It was good pacing, nice little twists here and there.
Yeah.
Some, it wasn't like it's earth-shattering and there's going to be some things that you're going to say, okay, I know what happens next. But still, it was, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
And, like you said, the ending was really good. It sets it up going forward. And it'll be interesting to see where they take the whole Dark Universe series. I think it has potential.
I do too.
And, I'm anxious to see where it goes. So, it's one of those things where I'm more likely to see a Dark Universe sequel than, like, the Justice League movie at this point, unfortunately. But I will see Justice League. But
yeah.
I'm more excited to see the next coming from the Dark Universe than the Justice League.
Honestly, I am too.
So
I think about it. No, yeah. I mean, before this, the idea of the Dark Universe, I mean, I was on board for it, but I was still iffy. Seeing this, I'm excited to see, like, Frankenstein and how they do the other monsters.
Well, I'd like to go back and the Dracula film that just came out a few years ago, they said that was supposed to be the start of it. I want to rewatch it, see. I like that movie. I want to rewatch it and see if they opened up with the Dark Universe title. And,
I don't remember them doing that.
But I don't think I watched mine from the beginning. So.
Oh, okay. I was seeing the same thing after the movie. I thought I'd like to go back and see if they put anything into it hinting at this universe. I don't remember any obvious stuff.
I mean, I like that movie. I really like it to have that potential.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. It's one of those things where, like I said, right now it's doing better than DC.
Yeah. I'm not sure when the next movie is planned. I don't think it's for a while. I don't know if it's The Invisible Man with Johnny Depp, but yeah, looking forward to it. Then this week, game-wise, today we just started playing Diablo 3, the Necromancer. I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, really, for $15, I think well worth the money.
Yeah.
Really get you if you're still playing Diablo 3, then it's a great pack, great add-on for a great character. If you play Diablo 3 and put some time into it and looking to come back, definitely worthwhile.
Oh yeah.
Definitely cool, a lot of potential, and then there's just things that I can't remember if they were like that whenever I quit or if they've changed a little bit in patches and stuff, but really, really got me wanting to play, like invest some substantial time in it. So, after we're done here, I plan on going and playing some more.
Oh yeah.
So it's one of those things where that's really cool.
Yeah. It's been a while. I'm trying to think how long it's been since I really played it. Probably at least a year or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been long enough that we were playing today, and there were parts where I'd be like, oh yeah, I forgot about this part. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah, the Butcher in Act 2. I had forgot about him.
Yeah, it's kind of nice not knowing
End of Act 1. Yeah, I forgot that was how Act 1 ended, was with the Butcher.
It's kind of nice not knowing every step of the game, like we did when it first came out, playing through it over and over.
Well, yeah. The thing is like whenever it first came out, you played through it, and then you went back and you revisited a certain act to kind of grind and stuff. And for me, it was Act 3. I really liked the stuff on the castle walls and stuff.
Too.
So I replayed Act 3 quite a bit. So, look forward to grinding this and going through the expansion and getting it up to level 70, and then really getting some good gear and really fine-tuning my build, because I don't know, it's just something about the Necromancer I can really get behind, and I think that they did a really good job of the different abilities and stuff, and I really have kind of like this idea of where I want to take my character, and it'll be cool to do that once you get to level 70 and really can put everything you have on the table into it and really see if you can make something cool or have, because there's a lot of potential. Even just the way we were mixing things up, we were similar, but yet we were different, and it's going to be exciting to do that. So I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah, it's good because the obvious thing is summoning the undead, which is really cool. But you can do it where you have nothing.
That's kind of the direction I want to end up. I really like that Scythe and Blood ability. So I want to try to build something where I utilize that, but it's to the end of where I'm able to draw the life force from enemies and kind of use it against them with different attacks to destroy them. So that's kind of what vision I have in my mind now, but I'm still unlocking stuff. You got to the point there where you were able to summon, the skeletons, the golem, and then the fallen people from the thing. So you had at least probably around 20 characters on screen at once.
Actually, I think it was 18. 'Cause I think you have 7 skeletons.
7 skeletons,
one golem, and then 10 of the.
Oh, okay.
Stuff.
So you could have 10 of those.
Yeah.
Now, how long did they last?
About as long as the mage did. Not very long.
Well, I just got an ability that makes that last 25% longer.
Okay.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. It's exciting to play that. On another note, we had mentioned Steam Summer Sale last week in South Park: The Stick of Truth. And after the show, I went and I purchased it. And I can say that is probably one of the funniest games I've played. I was surprised of the quality of it. It was just like I was watching the show. And even whenever I was interacting, it was like I was watching the show. And it was so smooth, and it had a lot of humor. And there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. This is an adult game. Kids should not play this. Should not at any point play this. Very, very adult. Not only with the language, but the content. So adult, it's not even funny. So, but yeah, I would say if you haven't checked it out, and I bought all the DLC for it, which wasn't much, but it was like $8.47 for the whole thing. I'm anxious to play that too. And I don't play much on the PC, so it's like one of those things where now I'm like, okay, cool, I got the PC, and I'm playing Diablo 3 again, and I was playing that, and what I did is I found it easier to plug my Xbox controller in and control it with the Xbox controller over the keyboard. But
for South Park?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not for. I haven't tried it with Diablo, but I
would think the keyboard would be easier, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Depends on how you could do it.
Because you have to click in certain areas.
Well, yeah, but if you could move your left and right triggers as you're clicking, you know.
Yeah.
And you could use your analog stick to move your cursor, and the potential there's, and then you could use your AXW or your 4 buttons there for your 4 mouse controls.
Yeah.
That has some potential to be. Maybe I'll explore that too.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely have to play South Park.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So.
You know, a game what was it, 2 nights ago? I was looking for something to play, and I was looking at my Steam games. I thought, I'll just fire up just to see how it is. No Man's Sky. And I got into it, and I started messing around with they added the building and stuff, and it's actually pretty cool. I found a base.
Watch your tongue. Oh.
I found a base on a planet, and then you can claim it as yours, and then you can start building. Like, you have just all the different pieces for the base, like hallways, rooms, and then I didn't have many blueprints yet, and then there's like this construction area you can set up, and so I got into that, and I feel like now where it's at is where we were expecting it to be when it got released.
I think it's still, at the end of the day, it doesn't deliver on a few fronts overall. And the ending, I don't know if you've ever watched the ending.
No, I haven't.
But I'm going to spoil it for you.
I'm not going to get
for
there.
all the people at the end.
Yeah, that's fine.
Basically, when you get to the center of the universe, it starts you over again. That's how your ship crashes. It's because you get to the center of the universe. So the crash ship at the beginning, you had already done that. You had already been to the center. So then you crash your ship again. So when you start out again, that ship you invested all that time in has crashed, and you start where you did at the beginning of when you first start the game.
Yeah,
so it's like a never-ending cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it sucks.
Yeah.
There's a game that's out, and it's a space shooter like that, and I've had my eye on it for a while, and I thought about taking it to you and taking it to Mike and see what you guys think about it. I think it would be a time sink, but I think it's a nice blend of No Man's Sky and then that Elite Dangerous that Mike was playing with was like super complex.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a lighter mix, but
it's Star Citizen.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I really think that has a lot of potential, but it's a startup, and you pay to get into it, and it also pays for the development. And it looks like they've been bringing out pretty new content regularly, but what I don't like is how you can, the more you donate, the better ship you can get. And I don't kind of super care for that. It's not like a huge deal, but it's just one of those things that you're almost paying to win at that point.
Yeah.
And there are probably, and the prices, their donation prices are through the roof. Like, a starter game, I think, is like $50 or $60, but they had one that goes up to 20,000.
Yeah, that's
and it's
crazy.
Like if I saw somebody cruising in and a 20,000 ship, I'd probably lose. I would probably just flip out. I'd probably be like, this game is stupid, and I am done with it, and that'd be the end of it, and I'd have wasted $60 because I know there are people out there that have more money than me, but
20,000.
I think that's greedy. Not necessarily greedy of the developer, because $20,000 would probably give them a lot of resources to further the game. But I don't know.
Is this Bill Gates playing with me on this $20,000 ship?
Yeah, and then it's like, no.
Does Warren Buffett play this game?
Yeah, my mommy let me have the credit card, and I bought it. I would just, I don't know. But I think it's worthwhile checking out, but for now, I'm really going to invest some time into Diablo and South Park until July 11th, and then it's Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age for me. Sorry. I will be playing that game for a long time.
Is that the remake?
That is the HD remake. It's what happened is back in the day, whenever Final Fantasies were coming out, they originally came out in Japan, and then they'd come out in the United States, and the United States version would be a little bit different. Then they'd get re-released, and they'd be called an international version. It started with Final Fantasy VII, and 8 and 9 didn't get the international treatment. 10 got the international treatment. And so it's where there's different content. And what they did in 12 is they, and it's not really additional content, but what they did is introduce the Zodiac job system, where in the original 12, you can make your characters. I was trying to make my characters just be all powerful. They were pretty vanilla. There wasn't anything that divined, other than aesthetics, other than their looks. There wasn't abilities that one character had that they didn't have. And so then the developer didn't like that, or the director didn't like that, and he wanted to have more defined roles to kind of get you to switch things up. And so now you can have 2 jobs per character, and there's 12 jobs total. There's 6 characters, so realistically, you could have everybody have different jobs, or you could have 3 people take the same job. So there's a lot of flexibility, but then there isn't, because once you commit to a job, there's no backing down from that. You can't undo it. So you kind of have to make your decisions and be able to live with them long term. And that's, I mean, for me, if I can kind of get an idea of how I want my characters to go, I'll be fine. Because I had this vision of how I had them in the first one, or the first time I played it. So I kind of want to roll with that again. And I think I should be able to get past it pretty well, because like I had Fran, which is like this rabbit girl. She was archer, but then she also had this spear that I had her use. So that's kind of the 2 weapons I had. So archer is a class, and I don't know what the spear wielding class is called, but that's probably what I'd go with for her. Balthair, which is their buddies in the game, he's gun wielding Sky Pirate. Well, I would have him be a machinist, so he'd continue to use the gun, but I don't know what I'd have him do as his second job. I'd have to probably wait. So what I'm going to have to do is get the game, and I'll probably get the guide, and I'll probably have to sit and really contemplate on who I want to have each thing.
Yeah.
Just so it feels the same. Like Vaughn, who is like the main protagonist, I had him with like a samurai sword. Now I think there is a samurai class, so obviously I would go with him for that. And then so I just kind of have to plan it out, which sounds kind of redundant whenever you're playing a game, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I look forward to playing that quite a bit. So
yeah, I'll check that out too. All right, that's pretty much it for us this week. Next week is our 50th show, and also being 4th of July weekend, or week. I'd kind of like to do something special for that show, maybe play some games or something. Grand Theft Auto usually has some like 4th of July stuff, I was thinking.
And then with its most recent update, I wouldn't mind playing that. I mean, you've already got a bunker. I don't have a bunker.
Oh yeah, we can mess around with that and maybe play that a little bit.
But, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing some live streaming for our 50th show. That'd be fun. Maybe do some Diablo live streaming.
Yeah, we could do that too. So. And I have one other thing that...
Oh, super surprise! Super surprise!
Maybe a super surprise. I'll talk to you about it, but...
well, then it's not going to be a super surprise.
Well, not for you, for them. But anyway. So yeah, if you want to come watch that live, I'm sure it'll be a blast. Anyone listening, it'll be next Thursday. I'll probably start a little earlier if we want to go a little longer. So,
all right.
So yeah, check out our YouTube, SoundCloud, all that stuff. And we'll see you next time.